Hello, everyone. As mentioned, today I'd like to introduce you to Coda Golden Cohort. This is a program we've pioneered to help studios become self-publishers. Sorry. Yes, perfect. Just having a little bit of a malfunction with the slides, but I'll be good to go now. So our story starts with a realization. We realize that there are way too many obstacles standing in the way of amazing gaming studios, and we want to solve some of the major problems they're facing. The problems we see as the most important are as follows. We believe the information is very often not directly available to the makers of the games. The data is shared untransparently, only partially, and it's very difficult to know how to move forward with your game, to plan the next steps, and to have ownership of your own game without seeing what has worked so far and what has not worked. On top of that, the industry we're working in, gaming, and specifically hyper-casual gaming, is an industry that moves incredibly fast. So it's very difficult to know what to build at what time and how to follow the trends, because if you start following a trend that is trending today, it's probably too late. So the industry makes it very difficult for standalone game studios to know how to react to the environment. On top of that, in the current way of things, it's usually difficult for the game owners, to game makers, to claim good deals for themselves. With publishers, it's often the fact that the deals are one-sided and it's to the advantage of the publisher and not the game studio. And at Coda, we want to change this fully around and help game makers become very comfortable in what they do. We want people who create games to do this as a living and be very comfortable and in control while they're doing this. To do so, we promise a few things, and the first one is transparency. We want you to see everything there is to see about your game, just like publishers do. So we share 100% transparent data. Everything that we know about the game, everything that we can analyze, you should be able to see them too. And we provide a very big pool of data in every aspect of the game. Moreover, we've built tools to help with every stage of the gaming pipeline. This includes ideation, testing, improving, and following up with your game from beginning to the day it's launched and forward. And moreover, we have experts to help you while using these tools, while making your decisions. And finally, with what we've built with Coda platform, we offer different deals that should be flexible enough to fit any studio that is out there. And here are our offerings, the 3 paths you can take while working with Coda. The first one is called the freemium one. Here, it's the simplest one, and it gives you incredible flexibility. You just can log on to the Coda platform, put in your email, submit a game, and run your tests. This way, there is no commitment needed from your side until you're ready. So it's just a tool for you to access the market and test your games. Then our second offering is the partnership offering. This is a typical revenue share deal. We give you the tools, same as freemium, but on top of that, you get access to our creative ideation tools, where we give you ideas about games and give you more insight into the ideation part. And finally, we have the self-publishing offer, which is the Golden Cohort, which is the star topic for today. And here you get all the tools and all the insights that are given to freemium and partner offerings. But on top of that, you also get financial support, coaching, and you publish under your name, becoming fully independent in this process. So more on the Golden Cohort. As mentioned, in this program, you get all the tools you would need during the publishing pipeline, but the difference is that now you are the driver of the entire process. So from deciding which ideas you want to work on to deciding how you want to move forward after seeing the test results, you have full control over your pipeline. And while having this control, you also see the full picture. You get full access to the data, so you can make your decisions in a very educated way. You might, this might resonate with a lot of studios, I believe, where you've created a game, you've tested it with a publisher, and you have to decide on the next steps based on the publisher's KPIs. So a game that is profitable and promising for you might not look like that to a publisher, which is also understandable because each entity has their own goals and their own decisions. But as a game studio, this would mean you might have to drop an idea that you've actually liked, or the other way around, where you think you should leave the idea, but the publisher wants to continue. And Golden Cohort allows you to take full control and make your own decisions about your own games. Moreover, you also get, different from a regular publishing deal, you get full financing to help you throughout the program with the games to get them up and running. You get all the necessary financing. You get, as mentioned, coaching on all aspects, and you get to keep your rightful share, which is different than the majority of deals you would get with publishers. You own your own IP, all the games belong to you, you publish under your own name, it's basically self-publishing, and the contract doesn't include any wacky details, secrets that would keep you from working with others. You can still continue other deals as you wish. And here is the entire Coda ecosystem. We like to think of Coda and game publishing in general as an ecosystem that starts with ideation and goes to launch and afterwards. This is the ecosystem we've planned. We've built tools to help with each step, but as a Golden Cohort studio, you would always have the independency at any point you would like. So, for example, if at the ideation stage, you don't want to rely on any of these tools and come up with your own ideas, that's also perfectly fine, but we have tools to support you through the entire pipeline. And just to briefly talk about these here, I'll go into detail of all of them a little bit further. But on the ideation side, we have a concept store, a market intelligence tool, and creative insights. Over at planning, we have interactive game brief. And for testing, we have a suite to test marketability and another one to test retention and more about the game behavior. And finally, over at launch and post-launch, we have a growth cloud to help you with all operations and maximize profit. So the concept store, this is basically a single storefront where you can get inspirations or direct ideas to implement in your games. When you have the plan to make a game, this is where you can visit if you need any inspiration. And again, we have different types of concepts you can choose from. Just very briefly, we have some ideas that have been pre-tested. So these are the ones that we know about their marketability. We've tested them, and you can choose and just make a game out of it. Then we have some predicted trends and basically evaluations on up-and-coming games. This is enabled by machine learning. I'll talk about it in a second. And then finally, we actually have game experts over at Coda who create unique concepts, and you're free to just choose them and create a game based on those, very unique just for yourself. So it's an idea, and you can come claim it and say you'll make a game out of it, and it's yours. Then we have market intelligence. This is a tool to give you an overview of the market at any given time. You can see the trending mechanics and how the market is moving like. it's very important is that the market intelligence tool does not just look at what is currently on the top charts and what is currently trending, but it also predicts the future by looking at the latest releases before they've hit anywhere on the top chart. It basically analyzes games that have just been pre-launched, just have been put into any store, and by using very advanced machine learning, it can predict the games of tomorrow, basically. And this is a tool that we believe gives our studios a great edge over their competitors, because you get to see not just the market of today, which is usually too late, but also the market of tomorrow, by getting insights into the newest launches that are yet to happen. Then we have Creative Insights. This is basically a vast library of adverts from the market. And again, it includes machine learning to help you see what is working for each genre. And this tool gives you an insight of the market from a creative's perspective, which is equally, if not more important in hyper-casual space, to see how the creatives are evolving in any given time. So with this tool, you can also supercharge your game on the creative side. Then putting all this together is our interactive game brief. This is a hub where you can ideate with your team and your publishing manager throughout the game. You can collect all your inspiration from the concept store, from the creative insights, from machine learning, and you can add your own input to know how your game will look like at any given time. You can plan the next steps, connect with your publishing team, and have it all together. Planning is also an important aspect, since seeing it all together helps your creativity, and it also helps you keep it up to speed in this, again, very fast sector. Then once a game is ready, so you have something you would like to test out, we have our platform where you can run all your tests about your game from a single point. You upload your game to the platform, and here you can run both your marketability and retention tests and see data as it comes in. So you have full transparency, and you can track your game success from just one point in the platform. Moving on is our growth cloud, which is once your game is ready to launch, once you decide to launch a game, Growth Cloud is here to help you maximize your profit at every point. This is a tool to help you with both monetization and UA, and it ensures that you will not miss any opportunity for profit at any given time, since optimizations are done automatically here. And together with the Growth Cloud, we also have our SDK, which allows you to plug every monetization and analytics tool you need for your game with just one easy-to-plug tool. You don't have to do separate integrations, and it just allows you to test very quickly. You can just focus on the game, and the rest will be done with our SDK and Growth Cloud. So far I have talked mostly about our tools and our platform, but Coda platform is not just about tools or technical support, but we also have dedicated teams to help you at any stage of your game should you need it. Again, as self-publishers, you can choose to go your own way at each stage, but should you need any help, we have a dedicated UA manager that can help you and also train you on the best UA that can be done with each of your games. And we have a publishing manager that can support you throughout the pipeline should you need a second opinion at any point. And finally, we have marketing artists that can help you with your creatives. Again, if you need it, if you want it, you can get as much support as you want from our marketing artists to supercharge your concepts. And as a team, we're always here to support you and also let you enjoy the freedom of publishing your own games. So this was Coda Golden Cohort in a nutshell. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them.